Hello everyone, welcome back to Beauty in the Garden. I am T. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I have gotten planted in the garden. And I know you guys, I have not been on here to tell you guys about all the plants that I have planted. Matter of fact, you might not even be able to see the plants that I got planted because they are so small. And I just went ahead and popped these babies in the ground. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the layouts and how I went about changing up some things this year and why. And then we're going to actually go ahead and do a little walkthrough of even more plants that I planted up. And I did show you guys in a previous video that I did not start even the back garden. I need to rip all of that out. I have tons of plants that I need to basically give a home now because I tore so many things out. And we're just going to get started with all these plants and how you can go ahead and get some things started as well and make some different plans or arrangements to make your gardening experience just a tad bit more easier. All right, so the first thing up here is this raised bed here. This is a 3x6 raised bed. Down here, I have popped in here. I don't know if you guys can see just along this here line. It's just some green onion tops. Bought literally from the grocery store. Now I went ahead and tore every single green onion I had up and just decided, you know what, I want a fresh start. So that's what I'm doing. Right along here, I just did a long line of green onions. Now this is spring onions, or you might call them bunching onions, and that's what I have right here. All right, and then down here below here is Swiss chard. You cannot see them, but they're here. This is a rainbow chard. I popped in probably maybe 10 in this spot right here. So this year I decided just to do groupings instead of just popping in multiple plants in different places. So all of this whole area right here is literally rainbow chard. Absolutely love rainbow chard. So on this bed, I actually still have this empty spot here. Now down here, if you guys can see, I went ahead and sliced down the red vein sorrel right here. Now, so this spot right here is empty, okay? Right here. So let's go ahead on into the garden. Let's talk. We're gonna talk. So all these containers here, which you see, there are multiple colors. They're not gonna be multiple colors soon because I plan on reamping every single container besides the 2 black ones, okay? So we have these 2 pots and these 2 pots and that back there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm going to take all this out. Taking all of this out and then re-bring everything back in to reset and refresh this whole entire area. All right. Over here, I popped in this bed. This is all green broccoli. And if you're interested in these, you guys, these are not actual trellis posts. These are not actual trellis posts. These are actually for the metal gates. So like when you see the wrought iron fences, this is what this is for, okay? But I found them on sale for $1 and I picked them up and I thought, oh, gorgeous to trellis and to stake my plants with. So I decided to stake all my plants with these beautiful fencing posts, basically. And they are green magic broccoli. Okay, so there's 8 in here. All right. And then over here, I just started kind of like putting soil in here to kind of get that level of this line all the way up to the top. But you guys can see I did not pull this. This is my ginger. It is not ready. And it is doing really good. I'm really happy. I hope I get a good yield out of this ginger. So the ginger is growing pretty good. I would say pretty good. I'm hoping that, like I said, get a nice yield because during the winter months, it is great to have ginger in your kitchen, especially for these colds and sore throats, okay? Then in this bed, can you guys see them? My little plant babies. So plants that I actually just kind of like popped into a container, just spread them out, broadcast them on top of the container. and I picked them out and I placed them. All right, I did not do like I normally would do, is do a individual sale. I did not do that this year. I just kind of, I needed things done. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. But right here is all bok choys right here. You guys can see those, okay? And then I have empty containers here. I went ahead and sliced this old mom bat. This mom is probably maybe 2 to 3 years old. I need to refresh this. I really need to refresh this and buy a new material and sew a new top on that. So like I said, I'm showing you guys projects and things that is going on and how I have been setting up myself for my fall and winter garden and why everything is not done yet. I have to get other things done. So down here, believe it or not, it's actually in this bed. Matter of fact, all these beds, this one, that one, and these two are 3x6s, and that one over there is a 4x8 raised bed. And then over here is purple Sicily cauliflower. I know you guys can't see it. And one cheddar. And I got that cheddar seed from a subscriber. I'm always going to say I got that from a subscriber because I did. And I planted all that she gave me. And they wanted to come up, you guys, but for some reason they dampened off. They dampened off on me, and yeah. So I think the soil that I had was a little bit too heavy, and they damped off, and I was only able to save just one. All right, and over here in these 4 poles is purple broccoli. All right, so you can see those actually. And y'all remember that I had here is the lemon cucumber. And I had let it dry and go to seed. And one of the cucumbers dried and fell. And look at all those cucumbers. So I have to like literally keep coming in here and popping them out because they actually are coming back on their own by self-seeding. So I had to take them out. All right, so that is this part of the garden. That's the main garden. And over here in this one is purple. This is the mammoth, the red rock mammoth red cabbage right here, and I have 5 of them in here. All right, so in this long bed here, I did not put that many plants in here. I think I planted up 9 plants through this whole entire bed. And I decided to do that because I just wanted to maintain my garden because I know I have so many projects I want to do this year. But we have literally still have a good bit of food going on in the main garden. And now we have this spot right here. It's all Snowball X cauliflower. It's the white cauliflower that is in here. All right. So let's head inside of the greenhouse so I can talk to you guys about some of the plants that I started. So as you guys can see, I have been working on putting everything together in here. And I did bring in from out of the garden, I chopped down, this is a sage, a Thai basil, and thyme that I planted out of the garden and transplanted them into these containers right here on the floor. And now I wanted to show you what I have started. So this was the Swiss chard. I went ahead and took all those out. And then here I popped in is the Napa, some endive, and some, what is this? Southern mustard greens. Here, purple top turnips. Then the, and it seems like something's trying to eat my whatchamacallit, so I gotta come in here and actually literally dust it with some diatomaceous earth. Then I have here is some gold beets and some red beets, some kohlrabies, some giant red mustards, and then here I have the rest of those bok choys, some Morse collards, and I don't know what this one is. I gotta check my sheet here, but I planted up in a row so I can just kind of like pop out of my containers here instead of doing it individually and pop them into individual spells. I end up popping them into their space. So that's what's these right here going on here. So let's leave out of the greenhouse, and I'm gonna head to the yard because that is where I actually decided to pop in these massive size cabbages. So the reason why I decided to, which you guys, I cleared all of it out. I just took everything out because I remember, you guys, I had the onions in here and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rip everything out. So my work is cut out for me because I'm gonna tear everything out. I'm gonna rip even more out and just give myself a fresh start. So you guys can see I have here is the Dollar Tree baskets that is over these giant cabbages. Now these are my 44-pound cabbages, and you guys can see I needed to give them space, so that's why I went ahead and put them here, because they're gonna get big, and you guys, I have a lot of space in between them. So just in case they need some space to get that big head. So all of this is cabbages. I didn't put anything else in here. Everything else in here is cabbages, and I just left my perennial decorative alliums along this side of the bed. You guys can see them right here, and those are my bubblegum pink alliums right along the back side of this raised bed. But down the whole entire thing is all my giant cabbages, and I still have more to plant, and I'll get around to planting those. So I'm thinking about those containers there. But you guys, I really got to get this down. I got to get all of my plants down into the ground. I want them to get established before we get too cold, because we're still going to get cold. We won't get our cold front until November, but we're going to get cold. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of my plants into the ground. So this week I'm going to be planting everything, tearing everything out, and you guys, I'm just going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. So that's the plan. But I hope you guys enjoy my tutorial on the update of what I have planted so far in our garden, and hopefully you guys are getting your gardens planted as well. And like I always tell you guys, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy gardening.